Hello YouTube! Saturday I went to the National Book Festival in Washington, D.C. The reason? John Green. Do you know who John Green is? You probably should. John is a young adult author of the New York Times bestselling novel The Fault in Our Stars, and he's also written other books like Paper Towns and Looking for Alaska. Maybe if you're a bit more YouTube savvy, you know that John is one half of the Vlogbrothers, which is one of my favorite channels here on YouTube. John and his brother Hank make videos on the Vlogbrothers channel, and they also do Crash Course and SciShow. John came to the book festival in DC in order to do a talk and a signing, and I was so excited for this. I was excited to be able to hear John speak and to get his autograph, and most excited to meet other Nerdfighters. Nerdfighters are basically the community that has sprung up around John and Hank's videos, and I am proud to call myself a Nerdfighter. This was the first time I've seen Nerdfighters outside of the internet, which was weird. Kind of. It was really weird for me to see internet things outside in the real world. Like that time I saw I Believe in Sherlock Holmes written on the sidewalk in town. It's like a clash of two worlds. It's a really weird feeling, but a good one. I met some really awesome Nerdfighters there, and I had a fantastic time talking to them and just experiencing Nerdfighters IRL. I was actually quite sick that day, stuffy nose, lightheaded, not really knowing what was going on, so I probably didn't seem too excited, but I really was. And in my sick haze, I didn't get their contact information, but thanks to the wonder that is Nerdfighters, I found them. So Jeremy, Lauren, Riley, and Rachel, thank you for being my first IRL Nerdfighter friends, and for hanging out with me and having a great time. I did get to meet John Green. It was like 2 seconds, but it was a fantastic 2 seconds. I got my copy of An Abundance of Catherine signed. J Scribble. And I also got to tell John that he and his brother Hank inspired me to start vlogging, which is really true. John and Hank are part of the reason that I started to take this YouTube thing kind of seriously, and the Vlogbrothers channel is kind of like my standard or model for what vlogging should be, and I try to emulate that in my videos. John seemed super happy when I told him that he was part of the reason that made me start vlogging, and that made me even more happy. I'm glad that I was able to say what I wanted to say to John and not like clam up and barely be able to say anything like that other time I met someone from YouTube. There were almost 2,000 Nerdfighters at the festival. Holy crap, that was amazing. It was so awesome to see so many other people who love books and TV and other nerdy things just as much, or if not more, than I do. I saw people being unironically enthusiastic about things, and that really warmed my heart. I love Nerdfighters. The Nerdfighters, you can be yourself. You can love books and TV and movies and nerdy things and not be ashamed of who you are or what you like. There's always someone who likes the same thing as you. You can be excited, and you can be intelligent, and you can have thoughtful, meaningful conversations, and that is by far what I love about Nerdfighters and Nerdfighters. This wonderful corner of the internet where you don't have to be ashamed of anything, and people will accept you for who you are and most likely join you. So glad that Nerdfighters exist on the internet, and more importantly, outside of the internet. So thank you John and Hank for Nerdfighters, and thank you Nerdfighters for an awesome day at the book festival. That's all I've got for you guys today. Till next time, DFTBA. Nerdfighters.